Hi friends, welcome to my channel, and today in this video I'm going to show you how we can do in place upgrade for Active Directory from Windows Server 2012 R2 to 2016. I have created already videos on like upgrading the Active Directory from 2008 to 2012, 2012 to 16, and up to 2019. Mainly everything you can see from 2008 to migrated to 2019 related to Active Directory. So why I'm creating this another video where I'm going to show you in place upgrade. So basically when you say in place upgrade means we are not going to have a different hardware or different virtual machine which you are going to promote as a Active Directory and going to decommission the old one. So like you have some dependency on the application end, or you have some dependency or your file server or anything which relates with the Active Directory, basically domain controller, IP and hosting. So in that case you cannot do the Active Directory upgrade from one machine to another machine, because it's going to change the IP address and the host name. So either you can change the IP address of the domain controller once your old domain controller is decommissioned, but you can never change the host name for the Active Directory servers, because when the machine is going to promote it as Active Directory domain controller, it does not allow you to change the computer name basically. So there was multiple reason which I told, like application dependency, file server dependency, or any other dependency you don't want to change the uh, uh, like name of the server. So there was this very simple, you can say, and safe uh, a method to do the in-place upgrade for the Active Directory domain controls, which also contains the DNS upgrade. So like in this video we are going to focus on the migrating the server from Windows Server 2012 to 2016, which already having Active Directory and DNS server installed on it. So I can show you this infrastructure migration in one server. Also you can do migration from one, if you're in your infrastructure, if you're having only one domain controller and one server, you can do directly in place upgrade. But I'm going to show you with having two domain controllers, so it will be easier for you to understand. If you have a multiple domain controllers in your environment, like different cities, then how you can proceed with the in place upgrade for the all the domain controllers. So let's get in. And this is my demo environment which I have created. So I have basically two domain controllers which I told you. So I have first domain controller which is I and win dc01, and this is my second domain controller which is I and dc02, and both are having on vector.info.lan domain name, and the IP address is 192.168.0.201 for this machine and 202 for the my second domain controller. And both are running in the current operating system, which is Windows Server 2012 R2. You can see a new operating system. I am going to place everything on Windows Server 2016, both the machines. And this is dc01 is going to be our PDC, which is going to have all the FSMO roles basically. So let's verify this infrastructure. So I have two machines here, you can see these are the two machines basically. So this is my dc01, you can see, and if I go to my dc02, so this is, you can see, my dc02, and I have two member servers also, you can see here. So this is my member server 1, mem1, and this is my member server 2. So I have basically four servers totally, but two are the domain controllers, which is dc01 and dc02. So I'm on dc01, and just to show you, if I go to my Active Directory users and computers, you can see here my domain name is vector.info.lan, and if I go here on a domain controllers, you can see I have two domain controllers here. Both are like global catalog and in the India site, which we have currently. I have only one site in my Active Directory, so both are in India side, and these are my two domain controllers. So this is my AD infrastructure. So what I am going to do, going to upgrade both the server in Windows Server 2016, and that is going to be in place upgrade. So here is the step-by-step task for in place upgrade for Windows Server 26. So this is basically step by step in place upgrade for Active Directory from Windows Server 26 2012 R2 to Windows Server 2016. So I have made this like in place upgrade in three parts here. You can see pre-work, actual migration, and post migration. So let's start with the pre-work. So pre-work basically the step where we have to plan the migration, and we have to make sure everything is up and running before the migration, so we can run into migration. So validate the server health and make sure all the servers rolled are in healthy state. So what I mean by this, you have to make sure your Active Directory and DNS server are in good state, and they don't have any problem related to Active Directory and DNS, and you have a clean Active Directory environment basically. So for this you can use the dcdac command to check the errors if you have any. Either you can go and just open the DNS and you can verify everything related to DNS is good in your infrastructure and no DNS error. Also you can go and verify Active Directory infrastructure from the users and computers. You can go and do check the sites and services. Also I told you, as you can go and run some dcdag advanced command which can show you the actual issue with the domain controls, or if you're having any issue in your existing environment, you can just go and run those commands and make sure you have a healthy environment before you start the migration. So just need to make sure that everything is good and healthy related to your servers. And the most important thing, make sure you have a full backup server before you start migration. So I must recommend you to run the full backup. If you don't have full backup, just make sure to run before the migration, so in case you get into any issue related to migration, or if you're having any issue really after post the migration, you can basically go ahead and revert your machines to the migration backup which you had just taken before the migration. So I have here enabled my Windows Server backup basically to just make sure my Windows backups are good. So if you have like any backup tool, Veeam or any other different tool, you can go ahead and initiate the backup before the migration. So you can see I have initiated on DC01, and I'm going to initiate the backup on DC02. So you just need to make sure you have a current and healthy backup before you start the migration. So I'm going to run these backups now. So once these backups are completed, we can go ahead and run the migration. So we can do these things like add your administrator account in domain, schema, and enterprise administrator security group. So you must need to check your like user account which you are going to use during the migration to log into the servers having these like Active Directory schema, Active Directory enterprise administrator, and Active Directory administrator, domain administrator. So I'm going to use the default administrator account which is built-in administrator. So this account also having like you can say schema, enterprise, and domain administrator account. So you are good to go. If you have any other user account, you are not using administrator, like you are using your personal account or any other account with related to migration, you need to make sure you have domain administrator, enterprise administrator, and schema administrator roles. So this is good thing we have it. And then you can go ahead and run the AD forest prep to upgrade the OS forest for the OS upgrade, and you need to run the domain prep also. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to map my CD drive for Windows Server 2016 here. So I got my Windows Server 2016 DVD here. So I'm going to browse my command prompt and go there. So open command prompt as administrator and go to D drive. So I'm going to under the CD support folder and then AD prep. Then I'm going to run these two commands to prepare the Active Directory domain and forest. So let's run it. So AD prep exe, so forest prep you're gonna run. So this is going to ask you like press C to continue. So you can go ahead and press the C. So what it's going to do, basically it's going to upgrade your forest for the schema version which is supported by Windows Server 2016. So you can see here you got the schema updated from the 69 to 87, and if you see here everything went successfully. You can see the schema entry has been modified, and this much like 12 17 entry has been made to schema, so everything went well. You can see uh, AD prep successfully updated forest 5 information, so this is good. And now you can go ahead and run the domain prep in the same way. So AD prep successfully updated domain wide information. So this is the task which we have to perform once in your domain. So I have performed on my DC01, so this is good. We don't need to run this command, these two command on all the servers, so just once in your domain, so this is good. And now you can see I run the in place upgrade on non-PDC, DC or DCs. So this is my secondary domain controller basically, so I can go ahead and run the upgrade on this DC02. So before that I just want to make sure I have the backup of both machine. So DC01, you can see backup is completed, so we are good for the DC01 backup. And now I'm going to verify DC02 also got good backup, so we are good with this. So before running the upgrade, I just recommend to go ahead and try to migrate your server FSMO role, and see you are able to migrate both the roles from DC01 to DC02 and back DC02 to DC01. So for the roles, I am opening my Active Directory users and computer. So there was 5 roles totals we have. So I'm going in operation masters, and then you can see both the everything is running on DC01 now. So to migrate this, we need to right click here and change the domain controller. So I'm going to connect with the DC02. Why this? Because I'm connected with the DC02 and my roles all are on DC01. So now go to operation masters, and you can see operation master currently is on this machine, and we are connected with DC02, so this is good. And now let's migrate all the roles. So are you sure you want to migrate this operation master? Yes. So the operation master successfully transferred, so you can see its read is transferred to 02. And let's migrate these all roles also, so you can see all these 3 roles has been migrated, so this is good. And now to migrate the other roles, you need to go to domain and trust. So for this you need to click here, and then you need to change here Active Directory domain controller. So I'm going to connect with 2, and then I'm going to operation masters. Let's transfer from DC01 to DC02. Just click on change and click on yes, so it's migrated. And last role which is left, schema master. So for schema we need to register the schema mmc basically. So for this we need to type reg server 32 schema mmgt and then .dll and hit enter. So you can see DLL registered successfully. Go ahead and click OK, and now go to mmc and click on file and add move stripping, and then you need to create. Click on add Active Directory schema, click on add, and then hit enter. So now you can see schema is connected, so this is good. Now you can see we are connected with DC01, so I am going to connect with the DC02 now, and then transfer the roles. So I'm going on click on operation master and then transfer from 01 to 02. So you can do this like if I go and do netdom query FSMO just to check where is my all 5 FSMO roles has been migrated successfully from DC01 to DC02, then we will verify and we will move forward. So you can see all the 5 roles like schema, domain, master, naming master, PDC, RAID and infrastructure, everything is running on 02, so we are good with this. So now what we can do, we can go ahead and migrate DC01 first, and then we'll transfer all the roles. So I'm replacing this task. So let's do the in place upgrade now. So we have already like migrated everything from DC01 to DC02, so we can go ahead and run the in-place upgrade. So I'm going to run the setup. So this is Windows Server 2016 setup. So if you want to download and install update, recommended you can go ahead now. Either you can do it from once the server is upgraded. I recommend to go ahead and select this option and click next, and it will check for updates. So we are getting things ready, and then you will get the option to install the OS. So we need to select Windows Server 2016 standard desktop experience and then click next. So click next, and then it's going to give you some license agreement terms, so click accept and then keep the files and apps. Click next, and this is going to make sure you having enough free space to have a in-place upgrade, and it's going to check some prerequisites like you do not have any application which is going to give the compatibility issue for the in-place upgrade. So it's going to make sure everything is good, and then it will show you option to run the in-place upgrade basically. So it's going to take few seconds here, I guess. Now we got this confirmation. Click on this is going to say Windows Server upgrade are not recommended, so this is fine. We can go ahead and upgrade since we know all the understanding, we have understanding what we are doing and why it's not recommended, Microsoft not recommending this, so we are good with this. Just click on confirm. Now it's going to make sure you have enough space and you are ready to install, and click on install button. So it's going to initiate the installation, and it's going to have a same installation process which you generally have during the Windows installation screen. So I'm going to basically pause my recording here, and once this server upgrade is complete, I will re-log in and will investigate things, and then we can move to DC02 for to have upgrade on this. And I'm going to resume the videos in between the installations um, whenever the screen is going to change and I need to notify something. So pausing the recording for now. Now you can see your PC will restart in few minutes, so it's going to reboot your machine and then going to run the installation. So you can see now it's rebooting. So I'm running this virtual machine on a VMware environment, basically on VMware workstation. So it's going to reboot again. So you can see working on updates, so it's going to take some time. So I'm going to pause the recording once again, and it's going to take several reboot during the installation, so that is fine. Now you can see we got this installation completed. I accept the agreement and then go ahead and click Ctrl+T to log into this machine. So now all done, we can go ahead and log in and verify the upgrade is completed and everything is good with this domain controller. So now if I go ahead and click here on the local server, you can see this machine is now upgraded to Windows Server 2016 standard. So this is good. So you can see the domain controller name and everything. Now if you go to Active Directory users and computers and go to domain controllers, you will be able to see DC01 is now running on Windows Server 2016 standard. So this is good. Now what we can do, we can go ahead and transfer all FSM roles to DC01, and then we can start migrate in place upgrade for DC02. So this is good. I'm going to click change domain controller first. So I'm going to connect with the DC01. So now everything, if you see here, go to command prompt and type netdam query yes, FSMO, it will show you where the all FSMO roles are running. So everything is running on IronWin DC02, so I'm going to migrate them. So right click here, and I have already changed the domain controller to DC01, and go to operations master, and you can see everything. This is running on 02, and we are currently connected with DC01. So go ahead and transfer this role. So Redis transfer successfully. Let's go and migrate. PDC is also transfer successfully. So infrastructure is also going to transfer successfully. So this is good, and now you can see we got here basically three roles transferred to DC01 and two are left. So I'm going to change those also. So active directory forest we need to open, so just make sure, and we need mmc. So you can see schema and domain naming master is still running on DC02. I'm going to connect to my domain controller, which is DC01, and then migrate the FSMO roles. So I'm going to change it, yes. So it's transfer successfully, so we are good. I'm going to last change schema master, so I'm going to add a snipping here, and then going to we need to run that command to add the schema. So go ahead, before this, go here and type reg server 32 schema mmgt.dll. so hit enter. Now it's registered, and now we can go ahead and open mmc and add a schema master here. So you can see here schema masters, so go ahead and add this here, click OK, and now you can go and connect with the other domain controller, which is 01. So just click on 01, hit enter, and now you are going to migrate that FSMO roles, so FSMO roles, and change it. So this is also transfer successful, so we are good with this. And now if you go, you can see all 5 FSMO role is now running on DC01. So we are good to go ahead and migrate the DC02 from Windows Server 2016 to 2012 R2 to 2016. So we'll run the setup there. So you can see everything is now on DC01. So we are good with this. So now I'm going on my DC02. So here is my INV in DC02. I'm going to run the start the upgrade instant, because I know everything is good. So don't right now. I'm going to check Windows Update from inside the OS once the upgrade is completed. So it's going to take some time. Then Windows Server 2016 is standard desktop experience, so which is going to have a GUI. Click next, accept the license terms, and keep the personal file and app. So click next, and this is now going to check the feasibility and making sure everything is ready to go to handle the in place upgrade. So it's going to take few minutes or few seconds. Now just click confirm to understand what is the risk behind upgrade. So we are good, we know what we are doing. So it's going to just make sure you have enough free space in your C drive to have a Windows in place upgrade. So you're ready to install, go ahead and click the install button. So this will begin the installation. So since this is running, I want to show one more trick here. So when you go to DC01, you will see you can exit this CD drive. So that's all, and you will see here windows.old folder, which contains basically the old operating system, which was Windows Server 2012 R2. So you need to do the cleanup. So go here, right button, and go to properties and run the disk cleanup. So you just need to make sure you have done the disk cleanup after the having the in place upgrade, to make sure you have deleted all the files which was before the Windows upgrade. So this is how we do the disk cleanup post the Windows upgrade done. So once the Windows upgrade done, we can move to our final state, like check the Active Directory and DNS health and run the Windows backup and make sure backup is successfully. So if you go here, scroll down, you will see here previous Windows installation file. Just mark it, it's around 4 gig. So we are good with this. Just need to make sure you clean everything here. So we are good. Just click on delete, so it's going to clean everything related to old operating system. You can see it's cleaning previously Windows installations. So this is good. And after this, you just need to make sure you got all the latest Windows updates from Microsoft. So if you don't have, you can go ahead and basically check for updates to make sure you got the updates. So I will wait for this cleanup to just get finished, and then I will execute the Windows update again. So I'm going to pause the recording once again. This, you can see DC0T is rebooting and it's going to get the Windows upgrade started, so you can see working on updates. So this is good. DC02 is running and DC01 is cleaning the Windows update files or Windows installations file basically. So now we can go ahead and close this, and we are good to run Windows update on this machine. So it's going to have all the latest Windows updates from Microsoft to just make sure everything is healthy and secure. And let's go to DC02. It's still running upgrade in place upgrade, so we can go ahead and verify one more thing which is most important here. Check the Windows backup. So I'm going to run the Windows backup. So you have to make sure the backup is not going to run, Windows backup is not going to run on the same disk because it's having the old backup was there. So you need to make sure you have to stop the old backup, old schedule, and you can see I have stopped the old schedule, and you need to go there and clean the disk. I just recommend to keep this disk with you for the safety and add a brand new disk and attach to brand new disk and start the backup on new disk. So since I'm doing this on lab, I can go ahead and clean this disk and just going to initiate the backup. I'm going to schedule backup, full server backup, which is recommended. Click next, and once in a day, 9 p.m. If you want more, you can add from here, so click next. And the destination backup on the hard disk for dedicated for the backup, which is recommended. Click next, and I'm going to add my backup disk here. So this is my disk. Click next, and it's going to format the disk. That is fine. So you can see we have added and what type of backup we are going to run, and click on finish. Now you can see backup is formatted, disk is basically formatted, and schedule is created. If you want to run manual, just go ahead and run backup once and schedule backup option. So next, and start the backup. So it will start the backup and it will take you backup for the brand new Windows Server 2016 machine. So you can see here it's going to take some time to create a shadow, so that's fine. Let's give it some time. Now you can see the backup is started and it's going to take you backup with all the data, and now it's taking the backup of C drive. So this is good. So this is going to take some time to get the backup completed, and you can see DC02 is almost completed. So I go ahead and click on accept. Now we need to press Ctrl Alt Del to log into this machine. So here I'm going to put my credential and log into the server. Now just verify the backup. So you can see DC01 backup is completed. So I can go ahead and close this. So this server is good now, and let's verify that DC02 has also got Windows Server 2016. So both server is running now on Windows Server 2016. Just few startup services both stop, so this is fine. We can go ahead and run these all settings manually also. So these are set to basically automatic delayed start, so it will take few seconds to start. So this is all. We have migrated both the servers from Windows Server 2012 R2 to 2016. So this is all about Windows Server 2016 2012 R2 in place upgrade with Active Directory and DNS. So thank you for watching, and please subscribe me for more videos. And if you have any query, any question related to this video, you can always post me on given mail IDs. Thank you once again. Bye bye.